When it's time to sell your single-family home, what do? That's next when Selling DC goes ready, set, sold in the Palisades neighborhood of Washington, D.C. I'm JP Montalban, and thanks for joining us on Selling DC. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow so that we can continue to do what we do here, because only 20% of you have subscribed to the channel, and allows us to help you not only buy, sell, invest, but just have a terrific life. And if we can help you here in DC, Maryland, or Virginia, or anywhere across the country by referring you to a great agent, reach out. Visit us at jpsellingdc.com. When Jackie and Jonathan decided that it was time to sell their home, the home where they and their family had been living in for more than 20 years, they reached out to my team and I for help. This is that story, the story of how we prepared them for the process, what we did to make the home look its very best, the renovation, the before and the after, the great result that we got in the renovation, and what lessons they learned in their own words, so that if you're looking to sell your home, you can learn from their experience. The Berkeley neighborhood, within the larger Palisades neighborhood, is one of DC's many wonderful ones. The neighborhood and its library, parks, paths, and recreation along the Potomac River are quiet and a delight to explore. It has a small town feel that's unusual, being just 10 minutes from downtown DC. Homes include contemporaries and classic craftsmen, colonials, and Victorians, like the one Jackie and Jonathan decided to sell at 4889 MacArthur Boulevard. My favorite was when we got together on Zoom. We got together on video conference.
Which time?
And which time? Well, this would be once we received the offers.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Okay. And so this was the offer presentation time. You received multiple offers, and you ended up very, very, very significantly over list price. And for the first time, you were speechless. I don't think, and Jackie, you mentioned it, right?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You were speechless.
You were.
I mean, we were blown away.
Blown away.
I mean, it was funny because in a way you said something during that whole Zoom call where you were like, in a way, because of what we've been doing, we pushed our date back, and it actually turned out to be a better deal.
This was a big project. We did a lot of work here.
Yes.
I mean, from the scope of Compass Concierge projects and the scope of renovating a home for sale, we did a lot. I mean, we touched every floor of the home and really every room of the home.
Right. Every aspect of this house was touched.
Everything.
I mean, if you walk from top to bottom, you can see work in every
And
single
outside.
room.
And outside, that's exactly right.
The outside, painted outside.
Painted the exterior.
The whole
Cleaned
house
it.
painted.
Cleaned it.
Fantastic
Cleaned.
landscaping.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was a big project.
It was a big project.
And it required a lot of planning, right? I think part of that was planning. Planning makes for a great result, right? So we ended up with that February to May timeframe was a lot of, okay, what are we moving? What are you moving out? How are you segmenting everything?
Right.
Because you're downsizing, you're moving.
Right.
So there was a component to that, creating the scope of work, and then ultimately executing the scope, right? And that scope changed as we talked about, right? It was going to always change once the home was empty, once we were looking at it, once we got into the project.
Correct.
That's what I mean by massive transformation,
Yes.
right? It
Every
was massive transformation because everything was touched.
Yep.
And because everything was touched in a way that pulled everything together,
Yep.
we had a fantastic result. And you ended up many thousands over
Yes.
list price, and really just a terrific, and people were excited about the home. We have a great new homeowner that's going to be
So glad.
moving in just a bit of time here, and so it's exciting. Wow, what a difference. The beautiful, gracious foyer with this millwork just welcomes you. It leads us into the living space here. Just again, this front living space, transitional, not fully open, makes for a cozy place here with fireplace, and leads us into the larger living space. And in this living space, again, the gray accented with the white, the staging, which really opens everything up, speaks to both relaxing and classic. If you think about one memory in the home that as you walk through now, there's something that just sparked, hey, you know what this reminds me of, what would that memory be?
For me, it was when we first moved into the house and we had a little bit of furniture and we had our stereo system set up. And one night, the four of us, my son Liam, my daughter Emma, Jackie, and myself, were playing this song called Sleeping Maggie, which is this great Irish, it's like a classical Irish song, but with an amazing guitar beat. And we would jump around and chase each other around the living room, the family room, and the dining room. And just
kitchen.
seeing it like this, we just did that. And whenever we hear that song now, the four of us will just remember that experience.
The space for the kids that they could run around. They were 2 and 5.
Yes.
So that they could run around. And one of my memories, is just having our family for Christmas and Thanksgiving, the kitchen.
Oh, yes.
The kitchen and the dining room, and just, every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, we were all able to be in one space.
Yes.
That's just a constant. Every time I walk in here, I think about all those great family dinners. And we were all together when the kids were little.
Yes. Well, it's one of the special things about the home is that the flow, as you're sharing the memories, the flow is transitional. It's neither traditional nor fully open, right?
Correct.
We have open spaces in the rear, and then the transitional starts here and moves into the rear. And so what that allows you to have is the best of both worlds, an open experience for entertaining, a circular flow,
Yes.
but also then to have spaces for more intimate gatherings,
Yes.
right? Whether you're inside
Or
or
outside.
outside. The kitchen is the heart of the home, and this one came out beautifully. The refresh of the cabinets, right on point. We changed the hardware here on doors and drawers. We gave it a new backsplash, lovely in that white, crisp subway tile. We've got countertop in quartz, again lovely. We updated the fixtures at both sinks. Everything now is just the way it should be. And if you think about the process, because people are going to be watching this, and you think about what you learned in the process, what tips would you offer someone who is going through this process?
You need to, in a way, step outside of being a homeowner and work with the right partners who can advise you in an area that's very, very emotional.
Yes.
I mean, I remember our first conversations, how difficult it is to say, are you sure about this color? You don't know this house as well as I do, and you realize you have to step outside of being a homeowner.
Yes.
And I think that's very, very hard, but it's important to give yourself the time and work with a partner that can advise you and guide you and understand that there's an emotional connection.
Having somebody guide you through, super important. Trying to take too much on your own because you think you can do it. I mean, if you can, great, but you just sometimes, that's another thing I would recommend to people, sometimes you're just gonna have to let go.
Yes.
And you're just gonna have to turn it over to somebody who is guiding you through this process.
We do this all the time.
Right.
Right? And so you don't. And
Exactly.
so we have to be here to help you understand all the fine grain detail to the extent that you need to know the fine grain detail. I think that's the other component to it too, is sometimes, hey, JP, you got this? Yep, got it. The owner's suite is a perfect retreat. We've got great space here for sleeping, but really what sets this owner's suite off are the amplified ceilings that really just lend to just a special space. We've also got great space for the true retreat that is the owner's suite. This sitting area with fireplace, perfect. The owner's bath just needed a quick refresh, so that's what we did. A new countertop, white, classic, polished chrome, which gives this retreat a great elegance. A door, a full door for the water closet, simple, classic, tub, separate shower. Now it's a retreat. You can come in and refresh yourself to start your day. Just clean and classic. We've got white tile, oversized on the floor, and then subway pattern in the shower area. Notice the elongated tub. This makes for greater space, both for bath and shower. You caught me. Hey, this third floor, it's just a perfect getaway. Can you imagine the youngins coming in here, hanging out? Could be also a fantastic work from home space. Look for spaces in a home that allow you to live the way you want to.
I appreciate I sincerely mean this, your advice, your guidance, your friendship, all of that, from everybody on your team.
Yes.
And from Sante and Ricky with the title and everybody and Marco and Mike and everybody that's been part of this whole process, because it has been a 6-month journey.
Yes.
February 15th to August 15th, it's a 6-month journey, and it's a long road. And if you don't have help, you're going to get in trouble.
Right.
So you guys have been very helpful. Thank you.
Wonderful.
So what did you think of Jackie and Jonathan's story and how we helped them sell the home? Comment below, we'd love to hear from you. And what questions do you have about their sale or maybe yours? Post them below, we'd love to help. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow. Like if this episode helped you. Subscribe so that we can stay in touch and share stories of people just like you who are looking to buy, sell, invest, and have fantastic lives. And if we can help you here in DC, Maryland, or Virginia, or anywhere across the country by introducing you to a great agent where you are, reach out. Visit us at jpsellingdc.com. I'm JP Montalvan. See you next time on Selling DC.